I really hate the word trauma, even if it is the most accurate word to describe my experiences, because it seems like it does more harm than good. And I've resisted using it for so many reasons. Firstly, it feels like using the word trauma to describe my experiences, my issues, it makes me feel broken. It feels like something is wrong with me. And when something is wrong with me, I've got to fix that something. And then there's always something more to fix. And I've got a whole video on how going down that path of trying to fix yourself just ends up taking you in the wrong direction. I don't want to feel like I'm broken. I want to feel like I'm okay with who I am. I want to accept myself as I am. I don't like feeling broken, and I don't like the way that using the word trauma does that for me. Secondly, the word trauma feels so final, so immovable, almost like a terminal diagnosis, because it's something that happened in my past and I can't change what happened in my past. And I have this trauma as a result of what happened in the past, but I don't want this to be something set in stone. I don't want it to be so fixed, so immovable. I want to feel like this is something that can change. I want to feel like this is something that I can move through, and that one day maybe I won't have this anymore. Using the word trauma also makes these issues seem like a big deal. And maybe they are a big deal. Maybe these reactions we have to these past experiences that are stuck in our system, maybe they are a big deal. Maybe we should treat them that way, but I don't want it to be a big deal. Because when it's a big deal, it feels overwhelming. I want it to be a small deal. So it feels like something I can handle. It feels like something I can do something about. If it's a small deal, there are steps I can take. If it's a big deal, it's too much. So I want it to seem smaller. So maybe there's some chance I can actually do something about this. And honestly, the word trauma comes with so much baggage. People have understandings of what the word trauma means. Everyone's understanding is different, but they use that understanding to make assumptions about you and what it means about you if you use the word trauma. And I don't want people making assumptions about me. I don't want people assuming they know who I am or what I'm dealing with or what I need or any of those things. And I don't want to be associated with all that baggage that comes with using the word trauma. And the word trauma, when you apply it to your experiences, when you apply it to the issues that you have, it feels limiting. It feels almost like an excuse. I have trauma, so that's why I reacted that way. Or I have trauma, so that's why I can't do that thing. This word almost dictates what we can and can't do, and I don't like that feeling. I want to feel like I have the potential to do anything, that anything is possible. And that if I do the work, that I will be able to get to a place where anything is possible. I don't want to be limited in what I can do by some word. I don't want to feel like I'm constrained by this idea. I want to believe that I can be whatever it is that I want to be. I want to be the best version of myself. I don't want to use this as an excuse to fall short of being the best version of me that I know I can be. The other thing I've noticed is that the word trauma is being thrown about so much recently. I think it's something our society does. We take a word and then we just apply it to closely related but not really accurate situations. We just use this word to describe all kinds of things, like I had such a bad day at work today, I'm so traumatized, or oh, my dress didn't arrive in time for the party, it's such a trauma. These situations that really aren't truly what trauma is in my definition, which is something that is stuck in our system as a result of a past experience that still creates a strong emotional reaction that is actually makes it hard for us to function. It's disempowering. It really impacts our ability to function normally in everyday life. That to me is trauma. And so we use it so casually to describe all these different situations where it's not really applicable. It starts to lose its meaning through overuse, through dilution, which is kind of ironic given that the word trauma comes with this baggage and it seems like a big deal, but at the same time, we're making it so that when someone uses the word trauma, we don't take it seriously and we just minimize it or dismiss it. And ultimately, I don't want this idea of trauma, this word trauma, to become part of my identity. I don't want it to be a label that applies to me. I refuse to accept that it's part of who I am because of all these reasons I've discussed, I don't want trauma to be part of how I see myself. That's not who I am. It's not who I want to be. But even with all of this, all of these reasons why I resist using the word trauma, there have been some benefits. Understanding trauma and how it applies to me has helped me understand what I'm dealing with, especially through Pete Walker's book on complex PTSD. Helped me to understand why I react the way I do has been really helpful. It gives me new insights on what's going on for me. It gives me new strategies, ways I can deal with what I'm experiencing. And it helps me to feel understood and seen. So I'm willing to put this idea on briefly, extract every piece of value I can from that. But as soon as I humanly can, I want to throw that label away. So that's why I hate using the word trauma, even if it's the right word to use, and why I see that it can do more harm than good if we're not super careful on how we use it. I also have a major issue with this idea that I've heard floating around recently around the idea of big T trauma versus little t trauma, because the words we use matter, and here's why. Got questions? Comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.